Is I, John O'Regan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, where I am a proud member of the Sons of the American Legion Post 521. And that's why today's Thursday tirade, it is my duty as a member of the Sons of the American Legion to give you this update on what these left-wing wackos in the Obama administration are up to now. Now, this is one of these stories that you are not going to hear a lot of. Kind of like the Fast and Furious gun-running fiasco that is indeed part of the Obama Justice Department. You're not going to hear anything about that. You know, selling the guns to the Mexican drug cartel and nobody knows where they're at. Yeah, that story. And it might be kind of like the Obama administration dropping the voter intimidation charges that were brought against the new Black Panther Party by George W. Bush's administration. Those were dropped. And then a few days later, the Black Panthers are out threatening to kill white people. Yeah, that story too, you know. Well, this one's kind of like that, and you're not going to hear too much about it because it's just one of them things that you don't need to know. But by God, you're going to hear about it on this video because it is my duty as a member of the Sons of the American Legion to bring you this sad, shocking news. And that's why this Thursday tirade is directed right at the Obama administration's Department of Veteran Affairs. These left-wing wackos are up to no good. And what they're doing now is they, at national cemeteries in Houston, Texas, and probably national cemeteries all throughout the whole country, for all I know, have a problem with the use of the words God or Jesus or any Christian religious ceremonies at funerals for our fallen heroes. That's right, they have an issue with it. And so all this was brought to the attention of a Republican, imagine that, congressman by the name of John Culberson. So he heard about this going on down here at this damn cemetery, so he went undercover on July 8th to see what the hell was going on. And he walked in there and he said that he personally witnessed these people from the Veteran Affairs telling the members of the veterans of foreign wars who were the honor guard at a funeral there that they could not use any references to God. And he actually saw it right there. And he reports this. Now, he is calling for an investigation into the Obama administration's just this fiasco that they cannot use religious terms in a cemetery for our fallen heroes. So he wants an investigation. Now, this is what he had to say about this. He said that, quote, he said, as a Texan and a man of honor and integrity, I am not going to bother that poor woman at the funeral at the most terrible time of her life. Right in front of me, and directly and deliberately, the VFW was told to not use the word God in their magnificent and spiritual ritual at the grave of our fallen hero. And this guy is very upset about it. And he has every damn right to be upset about it. He said that he, quote, it makes my skin crawl that liberals are attempting to drive prayer out of a funeral ceremony for our heroes. We're going to fix this so that no Obama liberal bureaucrat will interfere with the funeral of our heroes. Now, of course, the Obama administration denies any claims of this and says that they have absolutely nothing to do with it. But they actually stand up and support the woman that runs this cemetery, a woman by the name of Arlene Osceola, if I'm pronouncing that right. She's the woman that directs this damn cemetery in Houston, Texas. And, of course, now you may not know this either, but apparently this cemetery is being sued by guess who? Well, that would be the VFW, the American Legion, and other military organizations, the veterans organizations, that think that the right to use the religious services at a cemetery are our constitutional rights. And it doesn't make any damn bit of difference whether it's a national cemetery or a private cemetery. Because as you and I understand, this is nothing but an ongoing war of the Obama administrations against Christianity. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Absolutely none. Now, of course, I guarantee you this, or at least I can pretty well prophesized this, that if you were going to have a burial ceremony and you were going to use, let's say, a prayer rug or a Quran, I bet you, credits to Navy Beans, the Obama administration, and the Veterans Affairs people would have no problem with that, but let you honor the word God or Jesus, and we're going to stop that nonsense right in the track. We cannot have this on federal property. And that's exactly what's going on. These left-wing wackos are out of control. And something needs to be done about this. And something needs to be done about it right now. In fact, the head of the Veteran Affairs is another left-wing guy. And this guy's name is, well, I have it right here, Eric Shinsky. That's right, Eric Shinsky was appointed by the Obama administration to run the Veterans Affairs Department. That guy needs fired. And he needs fired right now. And also, while you're going to fire this bozo, why don't you fire this guy, Steve L. Murrow? Apparently, he's the VA Secretary for Memorial Affairs, which puts him in charge of this thing. This puts him in charge of this Osceola lady. Well, we need to fire her too. We need to fire everybody. Everybody that's involved in this left-wing hit job on these poor people needs to be fired, and there needs to be congressional investigations, and there needs to be accountability. And if this goes right up to the top, and that includes the commander-in-chief, then that's what it takes. I want them to explain to the American people why we can't use Christian services at burials for our fallen heroes. Let them explain to the American people why they don't want this going on. We deserve an explanation right from Obama's mouth himself as necessary, because this is a travesty and it needs to stop. This war of the Obama administration against all things Christian has to stop, and it has to stop right now. And I applaud Congressman Cumberson for his efforts in bringing this whole thing to light and hopefully to justice. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative, Ronald Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, saying this to you now. I get down on my knees and pray that justice is done and that the Obama administration is held accountable for this heinous, anti-military, anti-Christian act. Until next time, I say this now. Over and out.